right, guys, it's time for the game that's sweeping the nation. Something, nothing, or everything. Something that we just made up before the show to take a look at some early season trends that, things that are happening right now. Okay, it's a way to catch up on the news, just put a little twist on it. The Lakers, the Rockets, and the Magic are now all on 5-game winning streaks. And I'm going to give you guys a chance to answer on a team, but I'm going to jump on this one first because I'm the host and nobody can tell me no. Guys, the Lakers 5-game winning streak, is it something, nothing, or everything? I have to tell you, it is nothing. They are beating nobody. They beat the Philadelphia 76ers, who we've been talking about, have been struggling all season long with injuries and everything else. Jared McCain, the lone bright spot. They beat the Toronto Raptors, who not very good, not necessarily trying to win. They beat the Memphis Grizzlies, who have been banged up pretty bad. They beat the Spurs, who just aren't very good. And they beat the Pelicans, who, again, another team that's banged up. And it has taken some overwhelming efforts from LeBron James. I mean, he had 4 triple-doubles in there.
Crazy.
And this guy, I don't know how long this guy can keep doing this. Anthony Davis is averaging 30 points a game, which we'll talk about shortly. But, they're getting insane production. But these wins are not that impressive. But that being said, they're not totally nothing. But they're not something.
Play Dalton Connect, man.
He needs to start.
Connect 4.
Play him more.
We've been saying that for a while on Dalton Connect. But, I'm happy he's moved more into the rotation over Max Christie, but there needs to be a little bit more coming out of him.
Yeah. Rockets, Magic, you guys grab one of those. Let me know. Something, nothing, or everything on this 5-game winning streak.
I'm going to follow you, Dave, because I'm looking at the wins that the Lakers had. They sound very similar to what Orlando had. Orlando has recently beaten Philadelphia, similar, dealing with injuries. Indiana, dealing with big man injuries, but overall not playing a great ton of defense, which we know they don't do. Charlotte, not a very good team. Washington Wizards, not a very good team. And Pelicans, strangely, not a very good team. But I'm not going to say this is nothing. I'm going to say this is everything.
Oh, nice.
The Orlando Magic are playing without Paolo Banchero. We said on this podcast that it's going to need to be a Jalen Suggs, a Franz Wagner to step up. Guess who they're also not playing with? A Jalen Suggs. It's been Franz Wagner stepping all the way up, being the prodigy that we know he can be down in South Florida. Now, why is it everything to me? I'm looking at the stats for team comparisons in the last 5 games. The Magic aren't like top 15 on anything. They're not top defense. They're not top offense. They're not making shots more than anyone else, but they're managing to win games.
They're
folks.
surviving.
They're surviving.
They're surviving and they're thriving. And this is why it's everything for the Orlando Magic.
Go ahead and tell me why the Rockets win streak is everything. I know that's what you're going to say.
No, it's not everything, but it is something. It is something. I do like the Rockets.
Yes, it is.
And look, the Tyrese and Amen Thompson combo is one of my favorites in the league. If you have a chance on League Pass, scrolling by, make sure to watch that. That being said, the Rockets are 3rd in defense. Okay, they not only have won 5 of their last 5 games, but they've won 7 of their last 8, which expanding that win streak out. They've been playing some really, really good basketball. On top of the defense, they're also hovering at around a top 10 offense. You look at Fred VanVleet, who's playing better as of late. Alperen Şengün, who's playing better as of late. This team is now 3rd in the Western Conference, building themselves a little bit of a lead. I enjoy it. I think the Rockets are good.
They are good. I mean, they're 10-4 right now, and we're not talking about them enough yet. We're going to get Kelly Iko on the show tomorrow. They're going to play the Bucks, so we got Kelly coming in to talk about the Rockets. You know that they're good when they're in Giannis trade rumors. That's how you know that a team is some good young players. Okay, guys, next question. The Blazers. They're now 3-0 without Anthony Simons and DeAndre Ayton. Is this something?
I'm jumping in, man.
I'm jumping in.
This is everything for me.
It has to be, right?
It has to be. And the reason for that is I just think the Blazers, they have some pretty interesting guys that could get traded this year. You think of Jeremy Grant, you think of DeAndre Ayton, potentially even Rob Williams. Like, they have some pieces that they can move to just lean into the young guys. And Shaedon Sharpe has been absolutely awesome in these 3 games. He had 32 tonight against the Hawks. He had 33 against Minnesota. They obviously beat Minnesota twice. Donovan Clingan, their rookie, has been sensational with more playing time. Please play the man more often. Already looking like a very, very good rim protector in this league. So I think it's everything. I think the Blazers have taken note of Chauncey Billups saying that if you sleep after this loss, they had a really embarrassing loss. I believe it was against the Grizzlies. If you sleep, you are a loser. And they've answered back with 3 wins. These
guys are just staying up all night. Zena, you feel the same way? Is this everything?
I don't know if it's everything, but it's definitely something.
It's something.
It's definitely something, especially in the West.
Everything. Hey, Scoot has been good.
Scoot's been playing better. Yeah,
this is true. Totally. When you think about what Scoot was kind of propped up to be, especially going as the foil to Victor Wembanyama, and then his lackluster performance coming into the league, it's been better seeing him being a better decision maker, being more patient, more poised. You can see him not making a huge leap, but just a little one.
I think this is something. And again, it's a team that we don't expect much out of. So, to go 3-0, period. I mean, when was the last time that the Pistons did that, S? I mean, it's
a very long time.
That's right. All right. Last one for this one, guys. Right now, there are only 2 30-plus point a game scorers in the NBA. It's Giannis and it's AD, Anthony Davis. Those are the only 2 guys averaging over 30 points a game. That would be the fewest since the 2021-22 season. Right?
Okay.
Now, last year, it felt like we just had all of these guys. Remember all these individual scoring performances? So many that Zena said, hey, somebody's going to score over 81 this season. Well, we just got De'Aaron Fox with 60. Last week, it seems like we kind of broke the seal off the 50-point games. We had Victor drop 50. We had Giannis drop 59. Is this something? Is this nothing? Or is this everything, guys?
I'm going to say that it's something, but in the way to say parity, in the sense that there's more ball sharing, there's more assist giving, there's just more talent spread across the league versus in previous years. So I think it's something, but in a good way. I think you looked at some of the numbers though. You looked a little closer.
Yeah, you know me, man. I'm getting into the number. Okay, look. So Jason Tatum, 29.7 points per game. Nikola Jokic, 29.7. LaMelo Ball, 29.7. Yeah. Paolo, 29. He hasn't even played in a while.
Are you saying we're cherry picking stats here?
I am just saying the threshold of 30 is it's a little,
30 is a magical number in basketball, right? Like that is a number, the 30-point game. That's when you know you did something. Right. Plenty of guys average 20 that are good players. 30 is usually where we say, oh, that guy's a great, like you're going to lead the league in scoring. I think it's something, but I'm with Zena. I think that this is a parity thing. I think coaches are getting smarter about, guys they're not able to stat pad their points late in games when they have blowouts. I mean, Steph Curry's sitting out fourth quarters, I mean, it's just, if you extrapolate it a little bit, you figure out pretty quickly that these guys, there's a lot of guys who are capable of doing 30 points a game that are held back a little bit by circumstances.
Maybe just one more thing here. There's 43 guys who are averaging 20 or more. Last year it was 55. So if we're going to maybe that is something.
Maybe it's something.
Yeah. And there's also something to be said of this is now the second year of the adjustments since COVID, right? Yeah. And guys going on longer road trips and staying at home as well. It's like, all right. I think there's just a little bit more to go around when you're feeling rested. You've got a few more healthy bodies around. I don't know. I think it's just a nice distribution.